Sort of looks like Pikachu after getting hit by a Mack truck, but here we have safety holes for a bolt that will have a rubber sheath on it in between the two plates, so that your carbon fiber arm, when impacted at the end, will not rupture your battery. We have here double D holes that are on outside of the actual tube as a safety guard against it distorting too far, as well as tongue and groove, 20mm tongue and groove here and here, with compression onto the tube with the plate, and a ramp to compensate for the compression so that the plate remains level. Here we have an antenna hole, 6mm, so you can directly put your antenna connector right through that. Bolts, two more tube mounts which act as spacers, and two more here, so that this can become a tricopter by adding a spar at the back and a prop with a servo. I have something for that, but it's not developed yet. But nonetheless, it'll be a tricopter as well if you wish. These sides for a tube across if you want as a battery block, or for mounting something else like a rotating camera mount off the side with bushings. And all the clamps that I've made actually will act as bushings. They rotate smoothly on the CF tubes if you leave them shiny. Now in this area here, I'm going to recommend sanding, or I'm going to pre-sand or sandblast the CF tube lightly for friction grip, but that'll only be dependent on what the compression is like with the clamps that I've made in 1/4 inch. So we have at the front two more spacers, another 6-inch or 6mm antenna mount with two screws at the front to level out everything, as well as in the middle at the close back and at the extreme back. Open up engraving art here, KK2 viewing window, as well as button access window, either direction going forward this way with the GoPro on the front. These are 12-inch props, so 12-inch props will just be skimming by the GoPro, and right now in the DJI 450 frame, 10-inch props skim right by the GoPro. So this is a 500mm wingspan, we'll say, and basically that's it. Trying to get the materials in now, and have ordered CF tube as well as G10 plate, and I have aluminum and Lexan, of course, but I'm just going to look over it a couple of more days, and if there's any more alterations to make, then I'll make them. And I got hoverbotfpv.com, so once I get that hosted up, we will be featuring this on hoverbotfpv.com. And that's it. I'll be looking for some people to check it out and abuse it, I think, and I'll send them a bunch of spares to test out as well. And that's after the first prototype's flight. We'll see how it goes in the weight. But the weight is predicted to be a breakthrough in multi-rotor quadcopter. I think 185 to maybe less than 185 grams for the frame. 175 possibly. We'll see how much it weighs. I might have to cut the plates out of aluminum to start, and that means 1/16 or 1/32 aluminum. I'm not sure which I'll choose, but if I do have to do that while waiting for G10 sheet or carbon fiber, which I'm not keen on using, I'd rather use the G10 fiberglass plate. But the aluminum, we'll see how it goes. FPV wise, it might interfere with the antennas quite a bit, but I don't think that having antennas on the bottom would be affected. It would act as a reflector almost, I think. It might absorb some of the signal, but it does have a lot of holes in it, and with these antenna holes here randomly spaced throughout the frame, there will be lots of options for direction of your clover leaf on the bottom. As well, I have landing gear that will be about 70mm tall or 100mm tall, I'm not sure. I'd have to check that, but that's the breakdown. We'll see how fast we get one up in the air. See ya!